All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I've got a day off after Christmas, which is unusual. I took an extra day off, so I'm gonna make a couple videos. But I wanted to show you what I bought at the pawn shop the 23rd of December. And I bought all this for $5. And I think because it was Christmas, she gave me such a good deal. But I picked this hammer up. It's, I believe this is a 28 or 26, but I believe it's a 28 inch or 28 ounce S-twing. But if you notice, it's got a bend. I'm hoping to restore this and give it to a friend, and I'm hoping I can bend this with my press. I don't know if I can do it, but even if it doesn't, it's still a good hammer. Just like it is, it's a good hammer. It was in they got a bin for $5, and they put a lot of hammers in the $5 bin, and this was in there. So to me, I picked this up thinking this was a great buy, and then the rest of it's free is the way I figured it. And then I got this. I'm not sure the brand. It's gonna need some work. Boy, they beat the heck out of this thing with an impact, a big impact. I believe it's American made. Milton maybe? But I'll clean that up now that I've got more 3/4 and 1 inch stuff. Can always use these. This will go to work with me. I bought looks like a mason's hammer, a weird looking mason hammer. I'm not a mason, I don't know any. I know enough about masonry work to know it's very hard. It's kind of like concrete and roofing. It's one of the hardest skill sets to learn, and it's very labor intensive. But I'm gonna clean that up. I've done some brickwork, and I have a lot of respect for you guys that do that work. It's tough. This is weird. I'm not sure. I've never seen this. This says lock up right here. It says lock up, and it goes up like this, and then this has got a hexagon. I'm not sure. I've never seen. I just picked this up because I thought it was weird. It says 11/16, 17 millimeter. Know nothing about this thing. I just thought it was different, so I picked it up. I picked up the handle just because I like these old file handles, and it's got a crack, but I think it's still usable. And then anytime I'm out and about and I see brand new Sawzall blades, I pick it up. And this is a Hilti, heavy wood. It was laying in the dollar bin. The rest of the stuff was in the dollar bin. So, and I picked that up. I picked up nice pair of little shears. I've never seen a pair this small. Pro Snip, made in USA. I'm gonna clean these things up, and they are sharp. That's what I mean. They are still sharp. Great edge on it. I'm just gonna clean these up and keep these in the shop. These are excellent. This, I like them. If you ever run across these old style that has the where you can put a ratchet on the back end of it, pick them up. I believe this might be Snap-on. I think I have one similar to this in 1/2 inch that's Snap-on. Well, I know I do. So I got to clean this up and see what it looks like. I'm kind of excited about this. I like my little breaker bars, but I like the breaker bars. This one's stiff right here. But I like the breaker bars, we can put a ratchet on it. If you run across these, pick them up. You will be surprised how often you will use them. Then I picked this up for the extension, not for the little ratchet. It's a 1/4 inch ratchet. It's no name, I'm sure. It works. It's in pretty good shape, but it needs to be cleaned up. And then these little 1/4 inch, this is probably, I'll say this is, I know it's an American made, don't know what brand, but it's in good condition, so I picked that up. Anytime I find these carabiner or these style, these are heavy duty. Yeah, I pick these up all day long. They're good for my chains, things like that. It's won't release, it's dirty, it's a little rusty, so I gotta look at that, take it apart. Got a little Binks, excuse me, little blowgun, model 150 it says. So these are handy to have. Anytime I find these, I pick them up. You can rebuild the inside, right? The part, there's little O-rings in there. The only reason I bought the file is because I wanted, or got the file, is because that extension right there, that little adapter. I have a set, and these will break over time. So I saw it, I picked it up, and after I picked it up, I looked at the file. It says "Made in USA," so I don't know if it's. I don't think this file says it's dull. So probably wind up throwing that away. But I wanted the little plastic piece. There's a reason, you know, sometimes you see things like this, little thing like this, you don't think about it, but I have a set of adapters for my files, and over time, these will break, they get brittle. So if I find them, I pick them up. All right, I don't know about you guys, but that's a brand new drill bit. It's sharp, excellent condition. Probably 1/2 inch. I haven't measured it yet or cleaned it up. It needs to be cleaned up. I don't care. But in the dollar bin, I picked it up. This, almost positive it's a Klein. It's got a number on it. But I have yet run across a set of stubby, and I believe this is 5/16. Oh, it is 5/16 says mag on it. I thought it said Mac, but earlier I looked at it, it says mag. But that right there is worth $5 all day long. This is going to go in my my main toolbox at work. I'm going to take that to work. These, by the color of the handles, these could be Mac. And these are in really good shape. I mean, they're stiff. It take a little effort to open and close, but I can make these look good. The cutter's in great shape. The whole thing right here, that's worth $5 right there. To me, that's $5 all day long. This I picked up because this is old school. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably somewhere around 110, 120 years old. That is an anvil that fits this old ratchet. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you look for in the dollar bins. These pawn shops that have these dollar bins and stuff, that right there with a swivel adapter and a socket on it. I got the whole thing. And this is a 1/2 inch. Don't know what brand it is yet. It's probably Industrial or Durochrome. Could be an old Williams. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is cool. This I get excited over stupid little tools, but this right here, I made a couple videos a few weeks ago about these old style ratchets and not being able to find anvils. Well, in the dollar bin at the pawn shop, this is it right there. With a swivel. I mean, the swivel's a little loose. It's not real, but it's still usable. And for those of you who have never used an old ratchet like this, that's about 100 years old, these things you can put a lot of torque. It's only 16 or 18 tooth. That's the reason you can put so much torque. The way the paw sits in there on the gear, you can put a lot more torque than you can on a newer style ratchet like this. So I'm getting off track. Anyways, I was excited to find this. This right here, this made my day. Now remember, I got all this for $5, which I was really excited. Ladies and gentlemen, that saw blade right there is $5. Brand new. You go buy you a Hilti saw blade, and you'll appreciate the dollar bin. Anytime I go to a pawn shop or a thrift store, around here, a lot of them, I don't know, different parts of the country are different, but in Oklahoma, it's kind of, they have these little dollar bins or $5 bins, and they just throw junk in there, or things that they think is junk. But if you know what you're looking for, there you go. The flea market does the same thing. There's several vendors at the flea market at Mary's up there at north of Tinker, Oklahoma City, Midwest City, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same to me. They'll have tables where they put $1 or $5 table. You look on them tables. You'll be surprised. Junk you might think is there is not really junk. I mean, even the hammer, even though it's bent, this hammer itself is still usable. It's a good usable hammer. I'll clean this up. It's got a little ding missing on the metal right there, but I'll put that on a wire wheel. That'll look, or excuse me, on the grinding wheel. This hammer will look close to brand new. And I'm probably going to give this away. A friend of mine, I've run across, he's been watching my video, and he's got a 20-ounce Estwing that he's been using. He told me it's what he uses now to knock his rotors and hubs loose and ball joints and stuff on front ends. And he said the ball peen hammer, he kept breaking the wood on the ball peen hammer, and since he's been using the Estwing, he has not broken it. He's not broken a handle yet. So I think he might appreciate a little heavier. And this is a 28 ounce. It does say 28 on the end. So that's a good hammer. That's a good hammer all day long. For $5, this hammer, when I went in there, I saw this, I picked it up, and then I started going through the dollar bin. And what they do at this pawn shop is stuff that's usually in the bottom of the toolbox. If she doesn't see a name on it or it's really rusted and crusty, she'll just dump it in the dollar bin. And that's where all this was. And so, you know, make friends with these people. A lot of these people, especially in the pawn shops, they're dealing with a lot of crusty people. And if you're good and friendly and nice to them, you'll be surprised. You know, they like someone that's a little more, a little more decent than their average customers. If you're a good person and you like dealing and you can make friends with them, they will give you good deals. And right here, it's $5. The whole pile was $5. And I know it was close to Christmas, and maybe that had something to do with it, but every time I go in there in the pawn shop, this one particularly, I've made friends with them. I've fixed a few things for them, and I've bought sodas and stuff for them, and they treat me pretty nice. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking too much. This video is longer than I probably wanted it to be. Y'all, hope you have a good Christmas. Hope you had a good Christmas. And if you're like me, Christmas is every day. I never have a bad day. To hell with the rest of the world. I'm going to have a good day. So, y'all enjoy. Have a good new year. And let's make some more good videos and show you how this stuff cleans up. Y'all have a good day.